The rally in Detroit on that warm summer day in 1963 was unlike anything the city had seen before. Thousands of people gathered in a large park, their voices rising in a powerful chorus of hope and determination. The air buzzed with energy as families, friends, and strangers united for a common cause: civil rights and equality. Colorful banners waved overhead, each bearing messages of justice and peace. The sun shone brightly, illuminating faces filled with passion and excitement. As Leon Matthews sat quietly near the back, he could feel the electricity in the air. Everywhere he looked, he saw people wearing expressions of fervent belief, their hearts stirred by the promise of change. Children danced between groups of adults, while older folks shared stories of struggles past and dreams for a better future. The sense of community was palpable. Everyone was there to support one another and listen to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s words of wisdom. As the time for Dr. King's speech approached, the crowd grew silent in anticipation. Eyes turned toward the stage, where Dr. King stood tall and confident. His presence commanded attention and respect. The atmosphere shifted as he began to speak, each word resonating deeply within those assembled. Leon felt his own heart racing. He had never witnessed such a powerful speaker before. With his notebook open on his lap, Leon focused on capturing Dr. King's likeness in quick sketches while absorbing every poignant phrase. His pencil moved swiftly across the page as he drew inspiration from the moment. This was not just a rally, it was a turning point in history. The excitement swirling around him fueled his creativity, making him feel connected to something much larger than himself. The purpose of the event ignited his spirit, and he knew he was witnessing something truly special. Leon Matthews was a 22-year-old aspiring artist living in Detroit, captivated by the world of creativity and expression. Ever since he could remember, he had a pencil in hand, sketching everything from people in the park to scenes from his favorite books. Art was not just a hobby for Leon, it was a way for him to communicate his thoughts and feelings about the world around him. He often found solace in drawing, using it as an outlet to explore his imagination and reflect on the events happening around him. Growing up in a city rich with culture and diversity, Leon felt the pull of the civil rights movement strongly. He understood that these were pivotal times, and he wanted to be part of something bigger than himself. The stories he heard from his parents about struggles for equality during their youth inspired him to take action. When he learned about the rally taking place in Detroit, it ignited a spark within him. He decided he had to attend, not only to witness history but also to express it through his art. Leon arrived at the rally filled with excitement and nervousness. As he mingled with others, he felt an overwhelming sense of unity among the crowd. This shared purpose drew him in even more. He wanted to capture the energy, hope, and determination of those around him, not just for himself, but as a tribute to everyone fighting for justice and equality. Filled with anticipation, Leon took a spot near the back where he could see Dr. King deliver his speech. With his notebook resting on his lap, he felt ready to translate this monumental moment onto paper. The rally was not just an event for him. It was an opportunity to blend his love for art with a cause that meant so much to him and his community. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a pivotal figure in the civil rights movement, known for his powerful speeches and unwavering commitment to achieving equality for all people, regardless of their race. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, King rose to prominence through his philosophy of nonviolent resistance and civil disobedience. His ability to inspire and mobilize people set him apart as a leader who could capture the hearts and minds of those seeking justice. The rally in Detroit in 1963 was particularly significant, as it took place during a time of heightened awareness and activism for civil rights across the United States. Dr. King's speech aimed to address the ongoing struggles faced by African Americans and to galvanize support for change. He spoke not only about the challenges but also about hope, emphasizing that change was possible through unity and perseverance. As Leon sat quietly sketching, he understood that Dr. King's messages were more than just words. They were a call to action for everyone present. The speech highlighted the urgency of the movement and urged individuals to stand together against injustice. King's charisma and conviction resonated deeply with attendees, motivating them to continue fighting for their rights. The significance of Dr. King's presence at this rally went beyond inspiring those who gathered. It also served as a reminder of the importance of peaceful protest in bringing about change. His vision of equality influenced countless lives, encouraging many young people like Leon to find their voices and use their talents for a greater cause. As the crowd absorbed every word spoken by Dr. King, they felt a sense of possibility wash over them, a belief that together they could create a future where everyone would be judged by their character rather than the color of their skin. For Leon, witnessing this pivotal moment only deepened his commitment to combining art with activism, helping him grasp that he could play a part in shaping history through his own unique lens. As Dr. King stood on stage, Leon Matthews felt the world around him fade away, leaving only the resonant voice of the man who was changing history before him. He gripped his pencil tightly and focused intently on capturing Dr. King's commanding presence. Leon's notebook lay open on his lap, a blank canvas waiting to be filled with the energy he felt surging through the crowd. With each stroke of his pencil, he sought to translate the passion and determination in Dr. King's expressions into art. The powerful words flowing from the speaker's lips filled Leon with inspiration, words about dreams, justice, and the relentless fight for equality. As he sketched, he could see not just a leader but a symbol of hope for millions. The intensity in Dr. King's eyes reminded him of the deep-rooted struggles his own family had faced and pushed him to create something meaningful. Leon found himself immersed in a rhythm. He sketched quickly but carefully, trying to capture every subtle nuance, the furrow of Dr. King's brow as he spoke of justice denied, the way his hands gestured passionately to emphasize his points. The rally's atmosphere buzzed with excitement as people around him cheered and shouted in agreement, providing a backdrop that seemed to amplify Dr. King's voice. Leon occasionally glanced at those nearby, drawn into their collective response, a sea of faces reflecting hope and resolve. This moment was important not only for him as an artist but also for everyone present as they shared in a vision for a better future. With each line he drew, Leon felt more connected to the spirit of change that permeated the air. He knew this was not just any speech, it was a defining moment that would echo through time. He wanted his sketches to reflect that urgency and inspiration so that others could feel what it was like to be there when history was made. In that quiet corner of the rally, Leon discovered how art could serve as both an expression of his beliefs and a testament to the passion surrounding him. As Dr. King finished his compelling speech, a wave of emotion swept through the crowd like a sudden gust of wind. For a moment, Leon Matthews felt as though time had frozen, suspended between the fervor of what he had just witnessed and the palpable tension that hung in the air. People began to stand up, their faces glowing with inspiration while applause erupted, echoing off the surrounding trees. The atmosphere shifted from intense focus to excited anticipation. Then, in an unexpected turn, the crowd parted like a curtain being drawn back. Leon's heart raced as he instinctively clutched his sketchbook tighter against his chest. He could feel the energy around him change. It was as if everyone collectively held their breath in anticipation of what was about to happen. His mind raced with questions. Is Dr. King coming this way? Are they moving to see him? This moment felt monumental. The distance between Dr. King and Leon seemed to close quickly as people formed a path toward the stage. Leon's heart pounded in rhythm with each step he took into the open space created by the throng of people around him. The vibrant colors of clothing and banners blurred together as Leon focused on holding onto his drawing, a visual representation of everything he had experienced during that speech. As Dr. King moved through the crowd, nodding and smiling at those who extended their hands, Leon's nervousness mixed with excitement. Would his sketch catch Dr. King's eye? Would it resonate with a leader whose words carried so much weight? In that charged moment, all thoughts melted away except for this. He felt part of something larger than himself, and this fleeting chance felt fated. Leon knew that every line he had drawn was not only an expression of his admiration, but also a snapshot of history in progress. His breathing steadied as he held his breath along with the crowd, knowing that this instant could change everything for him as an artist and as an advocate for justice through his art. As the crowd buzzed with excitement, Leon Matthews's heart raced. He held his breath, clutching his sketchbook with both hands, hoping for a glance from Dr. King. Then, as if guided by some unseen force, Dr. King's gaze landed on Leon. Time seemed to slow down as the renowned leader maneuvered through the sea of people, his eyes locking onto the young artist's drawing. In that moment, everything around Leon faded away. The cheers and laughter of the crowd dimmed into the background, replaced by the thundering beat of his heart. Dr. King's expression shifted from one of engagement with those around him to a look of genuine interest as he approached Leon. The young artist could hardly believe what was happening. It felt surreal. "May I see that?" Dr. King asked, his voice warm yet commanding. Startled, Leon felt a rush of adrenaline course through him. He hesitated for just a second, then nodded and held out his sketchbook, trembling slightly in his hands. Dr. King took it gently, flipping through the pages with care, and when he reached the drawing of himself, a smile spread across his face. "Wonderful!" Dr. King exclaimed, and at that moment, Leon felt a sense of validation wash over him. This was more than just a compliment. It felt like an acknowledgement of his effort to capture not just the likeness of a man but the essence of a movement. "Can I keep this?" Dr. King asked, looking directly into Leon's eyes. The question took Leon by surprise, and he nodded again, unable to find his words. He was stunned that this legendary figure wanted something created by him, an aspiring artist who had only hoped to share a fleeting moment through his art. As Dr. King carefully tucked the drawing under his arm, he said, "Thank you for your gift." In that brief exchange, Leon felt an overwhelming surge of inspiration and purpose ignite within him. This encounter would forever change the course of his life and solidify his commitment to using art as a means of advocating for justice and equality. As Dr. King held Leon's sketch, the weight of the moment settled heavily on the young artist's shoulders. It was surreal. Here was a man who was not only a national icon but also a symbol of hope and change, appreciating something he had created in a fleeting moment. Leon could hardly comprehend what was happening as he watched Dr. King study his drawing with an expression of genuine appreciation. "Can I keep this?" Dr. King's request echoed in Leon's mind, making him momentarily forget about the bustling crowd surrounding them. The world seemed to blur around him, and all he could focus on was those simple words that felt like an extraordinary gift in themselves. Leon struggled to find his voice amidst the whirlwind of emotions churning inside him. He nodded vigorously, still trying to process the significance of what just transpired. It felt like a dream, a moment he had only imagined in his wildest fantasies. Just hours earlier, he had been sitting quietly in awe of Dr. King's powerful words, and now, this towering figure wanted to keep his artwork. It was validation not just for his skill as an artist, but for his passion and commitment to the issues that mattered deeply to him and his community. As Dr. King tucked the drawing under his arm with a warm smile and said, "Thank you for your gift," Leon felt an overwhelming surge of inspiration flood through him. This brief encounter transformed into more than just a handshake between an artist and his subject. It became an affirmation of purpose for Leon. In that instant, he understood that art held power. It could bridge gaps, convey struggles, and foster connections among people united by a common cause. That day marked a turning point for Leon Matthews. No longer just an aspiring artist sketching from the sidelines, he realized that he could be part of something bigger, using his talent to advocate for justice and honor the legacy of those fighting for equality. The encounter with Dr. King profoundly impacted Leon Matthews's perspective on art and its role in society. After having his sketch appreciated by such an influential leader, Leon began to understand that art was not merely a personal expression but also a powerful tool for connection and change. This realization sparked a new sense of purpose within him. Before the rally, Leon had always viewed his art as a way to express his feelings and experiences. However, after Dr. King recognized his work, he saw that art could transcend individual experiences, uniting people from different backgrounds around shared values and aspirations for justice. The sketch became more than just a drawing. It represented a moment in history and the collective struggle for civil rights. As he reflected on this experience, Leon felt energized by the idea that his drawings could inspire others and contribute to meaningful conversations about equality and justice. He understood that through his art, he could capture the spirit of movements like the civil rights movement and communicate its messages visually. This newfound appreciation for art's potential to connect individuals across divides motivated him to devote himself further to his craft. Leon began exploring themes of unity and social justice in his work, seeking to amplify the voices of those fighting for change. He realized that each stroke of his pencil could evoke emotions, provoke thought, and inspire action. His sketches transformed into visual stories, tales of resilience, hope, and determination that resonated deeply with those who viewed them. With this shift in thinking, Leon Matthews emerged not just as an aspiring artist but as an advocate armed with the knowledge that art has the power to foster empathy and ignite movements. His journey had only just begun, but he now felt equipped to use his talent as a force for good in a world yearning for change. The encounter with Dr. King opened doors for Leon Matthews that he had never dreamed possible. After the rally, the news of his sketch spread, and it didn't take long for local newspapers to pick up the story. Featured in articles as "The Young Artist Who Captured Dr. King," Leon suddenly found himself at the center of attention in his community. This newfound recognition fueled his artistic ambition and encouraged him to pursue opportunities he once thought were out of reach. Inspired by the powerful moment at the rally, Leon began actively seeking ways to showcase his artwork. He submitted pieces to local galleries and joined art contests focused on social issues. The message behind his art resonated with many, and soon he was invited to participate in exhibitions celebrating the civil rights movement. Each opportunity allowed him to connect with like-minded individuals who shared his passion for art and social justice. Through networking at these events, Leon met established artists and activists who became mentors, guiding him as he refined his style and deepened his understanding of using art as a voice for change. He learned how to express complex themes through visuals, creating pieces that conveyed not only beauty but also powerful messages about equality, hope, and resilience. Leon's work began to reach wider audiences, leading him to speak at schools and community centers about the importance of art and advocating for social justice. Each time he shared his journey, from sketching in a crowd at the rally to becoming an influential artist, it inspired others to find their own voices through creative expression. This life-changing moment with Dr. King instilled a sense of responsibility within Leon. He now saw himself not just as an artist but as a catalyst for change. As he embraced this role, Leon's path transformed dramatically, leading him toward new projects that aligned with his mission to uplift others through art, while championing the values Dr. King fought for: equality and justice for all. The story of Leon Matthews and his encounter with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. beautifully illustrates the powerful intersection of art and activism, showcasing how creativity can serve as a vital force for social change. This pivotal moment during the 1963 rally in Detroit not only altered the trajectory of Leon's life but also highlighted the significant role that artists can play in shaping movements for justice and equality. Through his sketch, Leon captured not just the likeness of a leader but the very essence of a moment that resonated with countless individuals fighting for civil rights. His artwork became a bridge, connecting him to the larger narrative of the movement, a narrative defined by hope, resilience, and collective struggle. The validation he received from Dr. King reinforced the idea that art is more than personal expression. It has the potential to inspire action and provoke thought on pressing social issues. Leon's journey reflects how individual stories, when combined with powerful imagery, can amplify important messages about justice and humanity. As he pursued opportunities to showcase his art, he became part of a larger community dedicated to advocating for change. Each piece he created was imbued with meaning, serving as a testament to both his passion and the broader struggles of those seeking equality. As we reflect on this remarkable story, it's clear that Leon Matthews' experience stands as a testament to the enduring impact of art and activism. Art has the ability to foster connections among people from diverse backgrounds, igniting conversations about crucial issues and motivating others to find their own voices. The legacy of this encounter extends beyond Leon. It enriches our understanding of how creativity can ignite movements and inspire generations to continue fighting for a more just world. In today's context, Leon's story serves as a reminder that through our creativity, whether through painting, music, literature, or other forms of expression, we all have the potential to contribute meaningfully to social change and leave a lasting impact on society.